Hey, coach, have you ever felt like there's something just beneath the surface shaping how you show up with money? Well, you know what? That's your money shadow. And it's subtle, powerful, and sneaking in when you don't even realize it. I'm Kendall. In this episode, I'll show you how to spot it, shift it, and step into the money leadership that you're here for using your sacred money archetypes so that you can lead, earn, and coach from your highest earning potential. It's all here for you in this episode of the Money Coach School podcast. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Money Coach School podcast. To really excel at coaching women, you have to be skilled, confident, and even fearless at money coaching. If you're passionate about women holding genuine money power and love supporting women entrepreneurs, then this is the show for you. Now here's your host, money feminist Kendall Summerhawk.
Welcome, beautiful coach. Let's talk about the part of money no one teaches you how to navigate. That part that hides in plain sight, your money shadow. You can feel it in the moments you undercharge, in the way you may over-deliver, in the second guessing, the guilt, the fear of being too much when you go to raise your rates, how you handle your banking, all of the ways, right? So yes, in this episode of the Money Coach School, we're going to go there because money isn't just currency. It is a portal. It is a relationship that reflects how safe you feel holding power, claiming space, and being seen. And as a coach and a woman here to lead, this matters for you more than ever. So in this episode, we're going to pinpoint your specific money shadow based on your sacred money archetype. We're going to name the exact boundary that you've been called to set and support you in shifting out of sabotage and into sovereignty with one powerful coaching question that I have prepared for each money archetype shadow. Now, this is not surface level advice. This is about transforming the way you relate to money and guiding your clients to do the same. So if you're new to my Sacred Money Archetypes work, then this is going to be fascinating for you. And if you're already familiar with Sacred Money Archetypes, then listen closely because you will hear me describe the shadow side of each archetype in fresh new ways that will be inspiring for you. As always, we just can't get enough of Sacred Money Archetypes. They are that amazing. They are that enlightening and that helpful in showing you a new path forward in your relationship with money. All right, so let's dive in. We're going to start with you, ruler, which is my archetype. So, of course, we're always going to start with the ruler. You're the visionary, the powerhouse, the woman with more ideas than most people can keep up with, and you have the ambition to back up those ideas. You were born to build, to lead, to expand. And that drive, it's magnetic. It is your superpower. But here's the shadow side. That ambition can quietly turn on you. You start chasing the next goal before celebrating the one you just hit. You keep raising the bar, moving the target, and telling yourself, hey, it's just business, when really you're running on overdrive. You don't slow down because somewhere deep inside, you wonder if slowing down means losing your edge, losing your identity or your momentum. But here's the truth that your soul already knows. You don't have to do more to be more. Your challenge is not lack of talent or drive, it's discernment. So your money boundary, beautiful ruler, is this. Start saying no to the noise, no to the overcomplicated, no to the over-monetized, no to the overstuffed days. And start saying yes to the ideas that are soul-aligned, legacy-level, game-changing, the ones that light you up from the inside out. And yes, it takes courage to stop spinning plates and instead to focus your power. But courage, hey, that's your zone. So my Sacred Money Archetypes coaching question for you is, what dream have you kept tucked away, too big, too bold, too sacred to say out loud? Because you're afraid of being judged or afraid you might actually make it happen. That's the dream calling you now. And clearing the clutter of all the small yeses is how you make space for the impact only you can make. Okay, next is my magical, unconventional alchemist. So you see the world differently. You feel the call to create change, not just for yourself, but for the collective. You dream in revolutions, not routines. You're not afraid of money, but you're also not entirely at peace with it. You love what money can do, the freedom, the impact, the good, for sure. But a part of you still resents that it has to exist at all. You want to believe that heart and purpose should be enough, that the work should speak for itself, that you don't have to play the game. But here's your truth, my beautiful alchemist. Money doesn't compromise your values, it amplifies them. And you, of all people, know how to turn ideas into alchemy if you're willing to claim your role as the one who gets paid to lead. So your money boundary, beloved alchemist, is this. Stop snubbing money. Stop bartering your brilliance. Stop distancing yourself from the very thing that can help you manifest your soul's mission. Let yourself believe that wealth and integrity can coexist, because they can, and you're here to model what that looks like. My Sacred Money Archetype coaching question for you is this. What negative belief about money are you ready to release so you can stop holding back your magic and start funding the change that you're here to make? All right, next is my dear accumulator. I am actually ruler, maverick, and accumulator, so I relate a lot to accumulator. All right, dear accumulator, you are steady, wise, intentional. You honor every dollar, like literally every dollar, probably every penny that goes into every dollar. You respect what you've built. You know how to create stability, often better than anyone else. Your gift is discernment. You know how to protect what matters. You're the woman others turn to for reliability and structure and smart choices. But here's the thing. Stability can become a cage if you're not careful. You can get so focused on safety that you forget to expand. You overthink investments. You wait for the perfect time. And in doing so, you miss out on opportunities that could quantum leap your growth simply because they feel unfamiliar. So your boundary, beautiful accumulator, isn't about saying no. It's about saying yes. Yes to strategic expansion. Yes to your next level. Yes to aligned risk in service of your soul's work. And I get it. It's not easy to let go of control, but holding on too tightly can cost you just as much. This is your season of intentional trust. Really take that in, because you're not reckless, you're resourced. And when you invest from your values, your return is inevitable. So my Sacred Money Archetypes coaching question for you is, what aligned investment are you being called to make? Not when it feels 100% safe, but because it supports who you're becoming. All right, next up is Maverick. Oh, Maverick, I see you. You're the one who zigs when everyone else zags. You question the rules. You push the edges. You don't just think outside the box. You refuse to acknowledge it even exists. Your relationship with money is daring, strategic, audacious. You are not afraid to take risks, and you make things happen. You move fast. You reinvent, rebuild, and rise again on your terms. But here's the truth your soul has been whispering. Success isn't a rebellion, it's your legacy. You can't keep burning down the house just to prove that you can rebuild it. Your power isn't in how many times you can start over. It's in how far you're willing to go when you stay with it. So your money boundary, fierce maverick, is this: sustainability, foundation, follow through. I know, not exactly sexy for you, but your next level isn't about being shocking. Your next level is about being unshakable. And this is where you take that incredible genius and channel it into something that lasts, something that scales, something that supports the big, bold legacy that you're meant to lead. My Sacred Money Archetypes question for you is this: what project or offer deserves your full focus right now, not just for the thrill, but for the freedom it will create when you fully commit? All right, now let's flip the switch a little bit and go in an entirely different direction and talk about you, my deeply caring nurturer. Nurturer, you are the heart of the room. You lead with compassion. You give without being asked. You're the one who remembers, who holds space, who sees what others miss. Generosity, it's your gift, and it's powerful. Your gift is in creating an experience where people feel cared for and supported, and you deserve to be generously paid for that by clients. But here's what I need you to know. Being generous does not mean being responsible for everyone. You've carried others financially. You've discounted your rates. You've added extra. You've extended deadlines, not because you had to, but because it felt mean not to. And slowly, silently, it has drained you. You give and give and give until your dreams, your desires end up at the bottom of your own priority list. So your money boundary, beautiful nurturer, is this. Let people carry the weight of their own choices. You are not their safety net. You are not their bailout. You are not responsible for their transformation. You get to lead, serve, and coach from overflow, not obligation. And you deserve to be abundantly, joyfully, unapologetically paid for the caring and the magic that you bring. So my Sacred Money Archetypes question for you is this. If you believed that I'm not responsible for others, if you really believe that, what would change about the way you price, give, or show up in your business? All right, celebrities, it's your turn in the spotlight. You were born to shine. You bring the sparkle. You bring the elevation, the bold permission to live life out loud. You see luxury in everything, and you create it too. Luxury, that's your vibe. You know how to attract, to inspire, to lead with style and soul. Because you don't just walk into a room, you change the energy of it. But here's your edge. You love to spend money, but are you willing to hold it? Because while you can manifest with ease, there's a pattern underneath that says, if no one can see the money, well, what's the point of having it? So you buy the bag, you book the trip, you say yes to the VIP experience, and while that may feel fabulous in the moment, and it does, the aftertaste of guilt or anxiety or a dwindling bank balance quickly follows. Your money boundary, radiant celebrity, is this. Build the cushion, keep the cash, let wealth support your shine. Not just the look of abundance, but the substance, the savings, the sovereignty. Because true luxury isn't about showing it off, it's about knowing it's yours, even when no one's watching. My Sacred Money Archetypes coaching question for you is this. What would it feel like to become the star of your financial future? Not just the face of the brand, but the woman behind the bank account who feels powerful, safe, and lit up from the inside. All right, next is our sweet, soulful connectors. You thrive in relationships. You lead with heart. You show up with pure presence. And people trust you because they feel your sincerity, and they should. You value people more than profit every time, and that makes you magnetic. But here's where your shadow sneaks in. You've created distance from money, so much that it no longer feels like yours to hold. You're the coach who gives more than she charges. You downplay your rates. You offer your time freely, and you cringe a little when the payment conversation comes up. You hope people will value your work, but you'd rather not talk about it directly. And that silence, it costs you, not just in income, but in confidence. Your money boundary, dear connector, is this. You get to stay heart-led and be money empowered. You get to trust others and trust yourself. You get to charge, earn, save, and spend with the same integrity you bring to every relationship in your life. So my Sacred Money Archetypes coaching question for you is this. If money were someone you loved, someone you were building a lifelong relationship with, what would you do differently today to deepen that bond? All right, last but certainly not least is my beautiful romantics. You are the embodiment of beauty and pleasure and presence. You crave experiences that feel rich, whether that's a glass of wine at sunset, a slow morning in silk pajamas, or simply saying yes to what lights you up. You are born to enjoy life, to savor it. You don't wait for the future. You want to feel good now. You use money to create beauty, to soothe, to indulge, to express, and honestly, you're really good at it. But here's the truth. Pleasure without boundaries becomes a form of self-abandonment. You deserve to feel amazing and secure, to spend with joy and see wealth accumulating behind the scenes, to live in the now without sacrificing your future. So your money boundary, beautiful romantic, is this: pleasure and responsibility are not opposites. Let it feel good to make money. Let it feel even better to keep it. Fall in love with your financial future, not just the next dopamine hit, because your true essence isn't found in the spending. It's in the experience of being fully supported. My Sacred Money Archetypes coaching question for you is this: what's one new thought that would make saving, earning, or managing money feel deliciously good, like you're romancing your future self? So there you have it. 8 Sacred Money Archetypes, 8 power centers, 8 invitations to deepen your relationship with money and rise into the version of yourself who leads with power, pleasure, and purpose. And here's what I want you to remember, Coach. Your money shadow is not a flaw. It's a messenger. When you ignore it, it runs the show behind the scenes, quietly dictating your pricing, your boundaries, your capacity to receive. But when you see it, name it, and meet it with power, that's when everything changes. That's when your leadership deepens. That's when you stop hiding and start earning in alignment with who you really are. Every Sacred Money Archetype has both strengths, gifts, and shadow. Your work is to learn how to use these as tools, not limitations. And when you do, you don't just shift your relationship with money, you become the coach who knows how to create that shift for others as well. And that's what Sacred Money Archetypes certification gives you: a ready-to-use system, a new income stream, and the confidence to coach on the topic that holds the most power in a woman's life: money. This is not just about learning a tool. Sacred Money Archetypes certification is about becoming the kind of coach who can hold space for real money transformation, the kind that frees your clients and you from everything that you've previously been taught about wealth and power and self-worth that has been keeping that financial glass ceiling far too low. Inside Sacred Money Archetypes certification, you're going to walk away with a complete brand as your own money coaching system, done for you tools, scripts, exercises, and visuals, the ability to coach with depth, confidence, and results, and a profitable income stream that you can plug into your business right away. And most of all, you'll become the kind of coach women remember forever, because you're the one who helped them feel powerful with money, often for the very first time. So the link to explore certification is sacredmoneyarchetypes.com, and I will also put it in the show notes, of course. You know, we've trained thousands of women to turn their passion for transformation into a profitable coaching path, and it would be an honor to welcome you into this legacy. Because this isn't just about learning how to coach on money. It's about becoming a woman who leads a new financial future for herself and for others. All right. Thank you for listening and for your loyalty. This was a fun episode to deliver for you, and I will see you next week in our next episode. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Money Coach School podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow so you never miss an episode. Also, I would so love and appreciate if you would leave a 5-star review. Your review supports women just like you in discovering all of the juicy tips and insights I'm sharing here on how to coach women on money. And if you want to learn how to excel at coaching women on money, definitely go to kendallsummerhawk.com and check out the wealth of money coach trainings that we have for you. Thanks so much for being part of this money coaching movement and for tuning into the show every week.